Good morning from Hollywood Studios. Today is our first full day down here at the parks, and it seems it's had an interesting side effect. I may have sprouted a couple appendages somewhere up here. It feels a little different.
I don't see anything.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess it's all right then. So anyway, we're here at Hollywood Studios today. And our first Fast Pass is going to be for the Tower of Terror. You can't see my eyes, but I'm doing something. I should work on that. Anyway, so we're gonna head and we're gonna go have some breakfast. And
we're gonna go to the trolley car.
We're gonna go trolley car, which is AKA Starbucks.
Yes.
Because coffee. Because
coffee is good.
Every productive day at Disney starts with a good cup of coffee. All right, so let's go. So we're just heading into Hollywood Studios. Some citizens of Hollywood here. Hi.
Hey, folks. Hey, welcome to Hollywood.
Thank you. Trolley car. This is where we're heading. Hi, everybody.
I feel like we're famous for a second.
Right?
Oh, this way again.
It is.
The line's out the door.
Here's just a little preview of the menu because it is Starbucks. All right, so we just came out of trolley car, and here's a good tip for everybody. I'm going to try not to shake the camera. We have it sitting on the table here, so anyway, if you're on dining plan, which is something you can get if you're staying on property, you can get, as a quick service meal, breakfast from the trolley car or any Starbucks. Oh, there's birds right
There's
there.
birds behind me.
Anyhow, and so that's a quick service. You get a breakfast. We got sandwiches, you know, and we got coffee. Now, the trick here is you can get any coffee you want, and by any coffee, I mean any, as in the biggest size.
That's not the biggest size. This is the biggest size.
That's a Trenta with the regular coffee, yeah.
Yeah.
So they have certain limits. But they're extreme limits. So apparently, in a beverage like this, they can go up to 8 shots of espresso. 8. This has 5. I fully intend to fly directly to Disney Springs on my own when we go there later today. I won't need any transportation from Disney. I'm just going to be powered entirely by this. I'll meet you there.
I have bad news.
What's that?
Our Fast Pass has been modified.
The ride must be down. Why are we even in Hollywood Studios today? This is why. Well, we're going to enjoy our breakfast. We're going to take a look at our Fast Pass options because apparently Tower of Terror just went down. Great. Well, we'll see what we're going to do, and we'll check back in.
Okay, I just have to break in here for a second. See what this dad is doing with this kid right here? This right here is not safe. Please don't do it. I understand that your kids need to see everything and record everything as well, but please, it's not safe. And it's pretty much against Disney rules to do this, and it's also kind of rude to the people behind you. So just a little PSA for you.
Over here. At attention. We'll see you again. Advance.
Some stormtroopers right there.
Remain calm, citizens. This area is under the protection of the First Order.
Well, very well then. Well, this is the store. Yeah. Ooh, feel that air conditioning. That's no moon. Everybody needs a glass of blue space milk. Does a body good. Or not. No one really knows. Just kind of stuck there. Play chess?
Didn't work.
Doesn't do anything. Alright, so we're in the back of Pixar Place at the moment, near the construction walls for what will be Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Let's see if we can take a look. Some concept. Now, I fully expect them to have actual flying TIE fighters. I think that would be, you know, in the realm of possibility. They should do that. All the cranes. Oh, we get to go meet Groot. Let's go. Hey, Star-Lord. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Good. Come on up. Say hi, buddy.
Hi, baby Groot.
Y'all haven't seen Gamora around today, have you?
No, not today.
Well, you know, I was hoping maybe she'd be here to show us some of her battle skills, right, man? Yeah, you know, she's been training with swords like her whole life. All of a sudden, on her last mission, she was using blasters instead, man. So now I'm thinking, you know, I gotta learn swords too, because I can't let her beat me twice, right? Yeah, that'd be pretty bad, embarrassing for me. So maybe if they see her, they could send her over here, man. Maybe she could like help us out with her. What do you think?
We'll keep an eye out for her.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Man.
A little hard to miss, I think.
Yeah. Well, come on in, guys.
All right. Thanks, Groot. There's some Death Troopers up there. Let's see if we can find them. Where'd they go? Oh, there he is. Oh no! It's starting to sprinkle.
Yeah, I just have to keep this dry.
Yeah, it's starting to rain.
So we just saw Groot. Hopefully I got the film.
Hope so.
Film, you know, because it's on an SD card.
He's Groot.
Now we're heading over to Baseline Tap Room.
Tap house.
Whatever.
Tap house.
Beer.
We're going that way. So let's go ahead and go that way.
Okay.
Alright, so we got everything we wanted here at Baseline. So we have here Flight of Beer, trying to pan around here. North Coast Scrimshaw. The Anchor Brewing Meyer Lemon Lager. Golden Road Hefeweizen. Green Flash Passion Fruit Kicker Wheat Ale. Okay, these are all from California, of course. This is all California team. We have our charcuterie board. Des has a blood orange cider. I don't recall the exact name, but it's a blood orange cider.
I don't remember.
Merwin is enjoying a giant Bavarian pretzel with beer cheese and mustard.
It's Ace.
It's Ace? Oh, that's a good brand. Ace. And Dad here has the same flight as I do.
We both have good taste.
That's right. Speaking of good taste, I'll get into this charcuterie board. I'm gonna go right for this blue cheese here.
I'm going right for the beer.
Ah, so good. What do you think of that pepperoni when you get in there?
I'm like, I don't know what I think of it, but I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tasty.
What's that? Passion fruit?
Green Flash.
Yeah,
You want to
nice.
taste this? Your cheese is good.
Yeah.
This is very good.
Mm. Let's see. Okay.
Not a beer.
Mm. That's very nice beer cheese. Good.
It's mild. I like it. It's not like,
Alright, let's see. What else on this board here am I going to try first? We'll go right for this salami. Get some of that stone ground mustard on there. That's another cheese. That's good. Mm-hmm. I'll leave the videos of people completely chiming down on everything to like food blog and everything. We're just gonna get into this, so I'm gonna have no shame and just get right in there. So we're heading out of Hollywood Studios, and interesting thing is we had several fast passes today, none of which we ended up making because the Tower of Terror had gone down, so we didn't make that. And then the other one we had was for Toy Story, and the Fast Pass line itself, the Fast Pass line, was an hour long, if not more. So we pretty much just wandered around. As you saw earlier, we went to go see Groot. Let's get out of the way of photo pass here. There we go. And we're going to be making our way over to Disney Springs. We have a fun rest of the day planned out over there, starting with epic lunch at Morimoto Asia. With any luck, the master himself will be in the house, but I wouldn't bank on it. So let us say goodbye to Hollywood Studios. Until next time, we shall see you again. Bye, Mickey. Welcome to Disney Springs.
Welcome to Disney Springs.
We're on our way to Morimoto for our lunch, which we're late for. We're sorry.
The buses will do that.
Yeah, so because buses don't run direct from the parks until after 4 o'clock to Disney Springs, make sure you plan for that accordingly. You have to transfer at one of the resorts. So from Hollywood Studios, we took a boat we decided to go to Boardwalk, and the bus took a long time to get there for whatever reason. Actually took probably about half an hour just for the bus to come. Then we went to Swan and Dolphin, and then to Disney Springs. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, I smelled the Lux Burger over there. It smells good. That's Blaze.
I can buy it.
Yeah. Anyway, so very important to plan ahead for that. But anyway, we did call to say we're going to be late for our reservation, and they're very appreciative of you calling. Disney will never be bad about you being late to a reservation.
They get it.
They understand, especially with the transportation. It's just, it's good courtesy to call them and let them know that you're going to be late, because then they can seat somebody ahead of you and hold another table for you instead. And so that's pretty much what we're heading for. We're in view of Morimoto, so we're going to turn around and give you a shot.
At that directory.
So here is Morimoto, right across the way from Art Smith's Homecoming, which coincidentally is where we'll be tonight for dinner.
Yes.
So we're going to have an excellent second half of our day here in Disney Springs, downtown Disney Springs, because it'll always be downtown to me, but it's downtown Disney Springs. Ooh, look at the Peking duck. All the duck. Always. This is Morimoto street food, by the way. If you didn't want to do reservations, they do have a quick serve here. And by all accounts, it is fantastic. We haven't actually had it ourselves yet, because pretty much every time we come here, we sit down so far. Although, I'd say every time is, well, we've been at Morimoto twice, so. Anyway, we're gonna get ourselves settled. And head on in. Okay. Go ahead. Yes. Thank you. Well, that was an amazing meal. And a lot of food. A lot, especially for lunch. You know what? It's one thing I always want to do there, and we haven't had an opportunity yet. There's a thing upstairs, and I can't quite remember what it's called. What? Oh, that's right. Yes, it's called the Forbidden Lounge, and so basically they have sushi and they have bar and everything upstairs, and it's like this kind of like really cool special, can't see my hand so I'll bring it in frame. It's like this cool little special dining area.
It's getting windy.
It is getting windy. There's some storms around, it seems, but you know what, it's very warm today. The breeze is welcome as long as we don't get poured on, and at any rate. So, food was delicious. We'll try and include some photos. We did take some photos. And that was fantastic. Just make sure that when you are... We're good, thank you. just remember when you're making your reservation, leave yourself extra time because this location's maybe a little bit slower than some of the others. Not just in like service, but also just the whole experience. It's very paced. It takes its time. So make sure you leave enough time to get that all done. So we're going to walk off this meal because, oh, so good. And we ended up saying, no, we don't want any dessert, no, we don't want any dessert, and I ate all my dessert.
I didn't.
I did. It was great. And
We're heading to the market.
I'm not even a little ashamed. Off to shop. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, it feels like we're back in Hollywood Studios, huh?
Yeah,
That'd be neat.
that'd be interesting.
It's almost like we had a green screen or something.
No.
I remember that. He looks familiar.
I still,
Bye.
I still want to hug this palm tree right here.
Anyway,
Anywho.
so we just shared with you our visit to Hollywood Studios and Disney Springs. We shared as much of Hollywood Studios as we could. The thing is, we didn't really get to do too much that day. Most of the park is still under renovations.
Yeah.
And we really expect that this is pretty much the way it's going to be until Toy Story Land opens a little later on this year, 2018, since we're doing our edits a little bit late. Sorry.
Sorry. Things happen.
Yeah, life and dreams and making money and procrastinating.
In wintertime.
So it's going to be kind of a touch and go thing, especially you're going to make fast passes and they're not going to be very fast because there's pretty much two main attractions in Hollywood Studios. Well, three really. So you got Rock and Roller Coaster, you've got Tower of Terror, and you've got
Midway Mania.
right, Toy Story. So those are going to be the most popular selections, and if one of them goes down, everything's just going to crumble like it did for us.
Yeah.
But you still can make the most of it. We went to Baseline Tap House, not Room.
Whatever.
But that was a lot of fun, and actually it's a little bit deceptive. This is important. I've been telling friends who've been visiting or looking to visit since we've been there. It's the line gets kind of long, but they move it really fast. They're very efficient, and it kind of snakes around a bit. You can kind of maneuver your way in, and you just order. They give you your food. You have a place to sit. It's kind of small inside. The outside seating is preferable if the weather is conducive for that. We were lucky because, as we said in the recording, that it looked like we were going to get rained on. We did.
We did.
But most of that actually happened while we were in Baseline getting our food, and it cleared up
by the time we were walking out.
Right, so we went to go find ourselves a bench, and it was perfectly empty with people because it was raining for a moment, and the bench was wet, but the skies were turning blue. So we wiped it down with some towels, and we were fine.
But that wasn't the worst of the rain. Because when we were in Disney Springs, which is why our vlog ended so abruptly, was because we're like, oh, we're gonna go shopping before we get poured on.
And then literally 10 seconds after turning the camera off,
We got
the
poured
sky
on.
opened up. I had to cover the camera, and we ran for it. We ran into, I think, Uniqlo, right?
Yeah, however you say it.
Yeah. And that was a ton of fun. Just all of a sudden, everyone in Disney Springs is just walking. Run! So we could not manage any more recording that day, although we probably should have done some for dinner, because we briefly mentioned we're going to be having dinner at Chef Art Smith's homecoming.
Yeah.
And that was a unique experience. The food was very good. It is down-home Southern style cooking, so don't expect fine fare, because that's not what it is and that's not what it's for. But it is raising that down-home cooking to another level.
It was very good.
We all had the same dish. We pretty much shared the appetizers, and then for main course we all had the same thing, which was the fried chicken. I mean, you have to.
You have to.
So we'll share some pictures. I'm going to try and do that down here.
In this vicinity.
So we'll try and bring them up for you right now. And so what we have was our what do they call the
The
eggs?
deviled eggs
Yeah,
things.
deviled eggs. And we had the fried green tomatoes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Fried green tomatoes. They were really good. Those were with the remoulade sauce. They were very good. And then for dinner, of course, we had our fried chicken. What we did not take a picture of was the hummingbird cake, which we got to like just try. We were so full from all the food that day.
It was so good.
It was good. It was
And
very
it makes
good.
a good breakfast.
It does make an exceptional breakfast because we were just pretty much eating that through the week as
I think
we were
the
going
server
along.
told us that. The server was like, "Oh, it makes a great breakfast."
Yes, because when we were saying we're just so full. But so we tried to share as much as we could. You know, Disney Springs, we did a lot of shopping, we did a lot of walking. If you've been there since they rebranded as Disney Springs, you know what it's like. I can't say we did anything of any special sort,
Not really.
but you know, it is what it is. It's Disney shopping district, and it always has been, and it will continue to be. But they keep expanding the dining options, which is really worth looking into. Which it seems like our next trip, which is already planned, we're going to be doing a majority of dining in Disney Springs as well. So we're going to try and bring as much of that to you as we can, and we will try to remember to turn the camera on a little bit more often.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I think that pretty much wraps up this particular set of experiences at this particular day. So with that, I think we'll see you guys on the next vlog where we bring you the next part of our